Hello and welcome to my first video of 2024. So I thought, what better time to start a new series for my channel than the start of this year. So introducing Love Lifts Top 10s. And in this video I am going to be counting down my top 10 most interesting lifts that I have come across in all the years that I have been filming lifts. But before we get into the countdown, I'm going to give an honourable mention to these following two escalators. And the reason why they're not in the countdown is because they're not lifts, they're escalators, but they are both special and they need to be included in the video. So the first escalator I'm including in this video is located in Pound Stretcher in Penzance, High Street, and there's only one escalator in the shop, no lift, which was quite disappointing, but the escalator itself is a very rare old Keithley escalator, and it's the only one of this kind that I've ever come across.
Nice and slow so you can get more of an enjoyment of this ride. And as you may see, here's the escalator.
And this escalator here is also a rarity, located at Cavendish House in Cheltenham, and this is a very particularly rare old Otis escalator, which, as you can see, it's got the stand clear of the yellow lines markings. That's what makes these escalators really special.
Video is for you. Beautiful old escalator. There's this logo down there.
Okay, so let's get into the countdown. In at number 10 is this lift here, and I know it looks like a very cheap lift, but this is the first lift I've come across, installed by Reco, and they make temporary lifts where the lift gets installed in a particular location for a certain period of time, then they'll get dismantled and moved on to another place. And the fact that it's a temporary lift made me include it in the countdown. And this particular lift was installed at Cardiff Heath Hospital as the alternative lift to the outpatients department. It's got a very noisy fan and a very quiet Piccadilly line voice.
1,000 kilos, 30 persons, it's traction. This is very cheap lift. It's basically a flat pack lift. Never heard of the company Reco before. Very rumbly. Here we're at ground floor.
In at number 9 are these lifts located at a car park at Birmingham Airport. These may look like generic lifts, but they are actually Schindler Eurolifts in disguise. And this is the first time I've come across the Eurolift that have been installed by a company besides Schindler. But these lifts did look very generic with the Dewhurst buttons and the generic looking indicator, but what gave it away to me that these were Eurolifts was the logic and the full intelligent levelling, and that these also had the Eurolift voice. Just check out my reaction in this video.
It's a generic lift. Oh, with 1,600 kilos and 21 persons. Floor 4. We're at 4. Is that full intelligent? Is that really full intelligent? It's got the Schindler Eurolift voice, so maybe they might be Schindlers. But with 2 press buttons. There it goes, and that is it.
Number 8 sees this lift located at Boots in Hereford. This was the only lift at the store at the time of recording, and this was the goods lift. I'm guessing it might have originally been in Evans, but the buttons have been replaced by Schindler. The lift has since been replaced by a cheap looking Pickering's lift. But check out that motor.
Ooh! What hell?
One of our hobbies. That's lovely, thank you.
Isn't that just epic? And this video will feature in a future then and now video, and that will come soon on my channel. Not sure when, but it will be coming up at some point this year. So now we move on to number 7.
So there's the cowboy, and there's the lift motor.
Now you might recognise these motors. These were from the glass cones at the Science Museum in London, which have since been replaced by eco-discs, but bottom drive version of them. The lifts themselves were originally Cone TMS lifts with really nice logic and full intelligent levelling and the epic M-series chimes, but these have since been modernised by Cone with KSS 140 panel, monospace logic, and sadly the chime has been replaced.
This is part 2 of the main Cone lifts. Oh, here is that one.
Was that on the ground floor? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's on 3.
Okay.
Close it.
Door ground.
Doors, close it.
We can go up and down again.
Oh, I stopped at the ground floor.
This ground.
Yes.
Now we're at number 6, and the next lift to feature in this countdown is this really weird swing door lift located at a block of flats near to home in a place called Monmouth in South Wales. Sadly, this isn't an inner doorless lift, but it really did intrigue me, because going down, it went really slowly, and going back up, it went a lot faster than it did going down, so it must be a hydraulic single speed.
Is this thing single speed? Ooh, that doesn't sound good. It's a nice lift. Lovely fixtures. It's a shame this thing's got inner doors though. Other than that, still an unusual swing door lift. Seems much faster going up than going down. Let's take another look at these fixtures.
Again, full video of this lift will be coming soon on my channel. Anyway, moving on to number 5. This next lift is located at the St David's Concert Hall in Cardiff, and I originally thought it was a Cone AM series, judging by the call button and the fixtures inside the lift.
Doors closing.
What?
But the doors and the indicator gives it away that this used to be an older Schindler R series, or maybe even a Platt Schindler, modernised in the 80s or 90s by Cone with TMS logic.
Brilliant programme.
It was a wonderful,
Really
wonderful program.
The addition of the choir.
Yes,
Makes
Ground floor.
It's a fantastic finale.
Full intelligent.
Doors
Thank
open.
you.
no worries.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This looks like it used to be a Schindler, then it got modernised by Cone.
And now we're at number 4, and I thought I had more videos of this lift, but I've only got the one, which was quite unfortunate. But this was located at my late granddad's flat in Bristol, and looking at Benno's video of the history of Pickering's lift, that was when I found out that these were 1950s Pickering single-speed lifts, inner doorless, and absolutely epic. And this was the bigger out of the 2 lifts in this block of flats. There was a smaller lift as well, and that went a lot slower than this one. And this video was filmed when I was 10 years old, and that was when I had my first digital camera back in 2005. And here is what my commentary sounded like.
We're in the lift, going down to the first floor. You're doing a documentary too.
Now I'm not sure what these lifts are like to this day, but this snapshot here shows the fixture panel best. But I'd imagine they would have been modernised with inner doors and a VF mod, which is a real shame when you think about it. Speaking of inner doorless lifts, in at number 3 are the epic inner doorless old Otis lifts located at the Airbnb at Montreux in Switzerland. Unlike that old Pickering's lift, these aren't single speed. They do have a VF mod, but the 2-speed levelling is really nice and really clunky, and these have a really nice motor sound as well. But the inside buttons have been replaced, but you still can't deny that these lifts are really, really nice.
So let's go up to 5. Nice motor sound. Here we are. Big bump. So let's go down to the ground. The res. I haven't been in a doorless lift for absolutely ages, so this is a real treat. Here we are.
And here's the other lift, just because.
Very nice. 5. You know what, I think this has got an even better motor than the other one. Here we are. Now let's go down to 1 and we'll end the video. Awesome. Our apartment's on the first floor. Here we are. 2 epic lifts in one building. Absolutely awesome.
Wow, almost at number 1, but missing out just slightly on the top spot here is this next lift here, located at a hostel in Barcelona. This lift is by far the oldest lift I've ever been in. This lift would have been installed in the 1910s sometime by a company called Vane, not VM by the way.
Hey!
Eee, has button.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a death trap.
But you still can't deny that this lift is epic. It would have been single speed in its day, but sadly it has been modded with a VF mod. But I do really like the steel cage shaft design. It really makes it feel really nice and old, along with the lift cab itself. Long way down!
This is a nice lift. I like the way the shaft is designed. Take a close look at these fixtures. Whoa, that doesn't sound good. It's bumpy. Here we are.
So before we get to number 1, let's take a look back at numbers 10 to 2 in the countdown. Number 10 was the temporary Reco lift at Cardiff Youth Hospital. Number 9 was the generic Schindler Euro lift at the Birmingham Airport car park. Number 8 was the goods lift at Boots in Hereford with that epic motor. Number 7 were the glass cones at the Science Museum in London. Number 6 was that weird swing door lift at those flats in Monmouth. Number 5 was the Kone TMS modded Schindler R series at Cardiff St David's Hall. Number 4 was that old 1950s Pickering's lift at my late granddad's flat. Number 3 were the old inner doorless Otis lifts at the Airbnb. And number 2 was that old 1910s lift at the hostel in Barcelona. So in at number 1 is this lift at the Casa Batlló, also located in Barcelona. This lift is also really nice and old. It's located in the very small centre atrium of this tourist attraction. I mean, you do have to pay to go in and explore the building, but the lift is definitely part of it for me. The lift itself looked like it really matched the architecture inside the building really, really well.
Now this is the best lift you've ever been in.
Of course it is. Look at this
Isn't it?
beautiful fixture. Let's close it up.
This is the best one you've ever been.
Yes, definitely.
This is top of the tops.
Definitely. Let's go up to the top floor.
Top of the pops. Wow. Do you
And you can see it's roped hydro. Hydro, I mean.
yeah, but it's a Gaudi
Yes.
and all that.
Look out.
Do you country?
Yeah. Cab view. Beautiful, or what? Best lift I've ever been in.
Look at that out the window and
And
everything.
here we are at the top floor.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes. It's quite fast for a hydraulic. Beautiful old lift. And a beautiful old building.
And like I said just now in this video, the lift itself is hydraulic and not traction, which was quite interesting, but the speed it went was really quite fast for a hydraulic. Really, really nice lift and a great way to round off this video.
Here we are. For any lift filmers hoping to go to Barcelona, this lift is one to ride. Look at that. Right.
And I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Meanwhile, cue outro. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please press the like button and leave a comment. And to not miss out on any future uploads, whether it be lifts, escalators, or hand dryers, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you!